Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Kings and Queens Table. And with me here today is
It's Saber and I'm back like I never left.
Alrighty. Alright, so our question for today says, how do you deal with people who make you feel bad for being a tough person? Or how do you stand your ground in such a situation? So this person is asking, how do you people make you feel like you're a tough person or you're a bad person for being tough? And how do you stand your ground in ensuring that you still maintain that stance or that decision that you have taken? So what do we say?
Okay, let's give like a sample, like an example. Okay, being a tough person in tough times and someone is calling you a bad person. Okay, that means you were not available for such person when you were fighting yourself or fighting some situations that made you tough.
Hmm.
But then is it really necessary we have to always be there for people?
Well, I think in friendships, yes, you have to be there for your friends. You can't claim to be friends with somebody and
But then
they're not there for
I'm going through a lot of things. I'm going
your
through
friends too should be there for you when you're going
exactly.
through love.
So why should they now think I'm a bad person?
Hmm.
That means the person is not in a good circle. Or what do you guys think?
Sure.
All right. Can I get a question again?
All right. It says, how do you deal with people who make you feel bad for being a tough person? Or how do you stand your ground in such a situation?
Okay, so they make you feel bad for being a tough person,
Yeah.
and how? So it's like two questions. Then how do you?
Yeah. Like, so how do you deal with people that make you feel one kind? And then how do you ensure that you are still standing and maintaining that stance that you've taken, even in those periods?
Now, tough that I'm thinking about is probably you're firm and you
Or strict?
or strict. Exactly.
Or mean?
No, not mean. I'm guessing it that the person is firm and would probably not do what they want to do, and they think that the person is doing too much. Or can it be like blunt?
Okay,
Because
yeah,
blunt.
maybe.
So
I think the thing about soft people in general is that except you have people that really understand you, people that are tough, you automatically feel like they are mean.
sure,
Seriously, from afar, like until you get to know the person, if you're friends with
good people.
yes, yeah,
You
exactly. You just probably feel like this person is mean, and so automatically, if you if someone feels like you are mean already, of course they'll make you feel bad. Like, why are you so mean? Why are you so damn? It's like, I'm not mean. I just want us to get this done in this particular way. You understand? So how do they deal with that kind of thing? That's the question.
but I think for the person, it's very important to maintain a balance.
Mm.
You can't come on to be mean all the time. You can't come on to be very tough all of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly speaking, you don't have to appear tough
Yeah.
for us to know that you are tough or you are principled.
Sure.
And so it's very important that you present yourself in a very good way, and that you don't let people get the wrong assumption, because people would assume even if you present yourself to be good.
Yeah.
So imagine presenting yourself to be tough and mean in that sense. They would assume the worst. And so it's always important that you do not come on tough on people, and that if but there are some situations that warrant you to be thoughtful. And because if you are too sweet to people, you are too nice to people, trust me, they'll take you for granted.
True that.
And then, okay, please, it's only my family that is supposed to see my soft spots. I don't have to be outside. You want to see my nice and you want to take me for granted.
Wow. All right.
I just honestly feel like you should have a balance. You should not, people should not see you and think that Nife automatically is tough. Like everybody thinks you are tough.
Well, I think that in terms of being principled now, because we're basically taking this person's stuff now as being principled.
Yes.
I think there's actually like in striking that balance between not allowing people to ride you as a over soft person and also not looking like you are always a mean person. There's like you must be able to like Shion has said, strike that balance between always being tough. Like it's something you said, I'm going to pick out. You basically said that we don't have to look tough for us to be principled. And at the same time, sometimes there are times where you have to like put your foot down and be like, yeah, nah, that's not gonna work. Like, you understand? So I think for this person that is asking this question, to deal with these people, you first of all have to make them understand the reasons why you are sticking to the principles they are sticking to. Because if I'm saying, for instance, okay, I want to ensure that this particular thing is done in this particular way, you should have a reason for it. And so if someone is coming to approach you and say, oh, you shouldn't do this like this, or I don't like the way you did this, if you are actually doing it in the right way and the person just feels like you're being mean or you're being bad, then you can just explain, this is the reason why I'm doing this. Although not everybody deserves an explanation for your actions. And so you must basically be able to evaluate, is this person worth my explanation? Is this person worth me explaining to you why I'm doing this or why I'm being principled in this particular way or something? I don't know. I think maybe that's the line in balancing whether you are soft or tough in being principled. What do we think?
And then not everybody will like you. So I think
That.
you just evaluate the average of who likes you and who don't like you while
Yeah.
principled. So
True.
you balance.
And just to like cite like a biblical example, looking at our perfect example, Jesus Christ. Even though Jesus was like, you read passages where they will say Jesus was so full of compassion and everything, people still hated him. He went to some places, they wanted to stone him out. They sent him out of the city. Like, that's basically the way it is. So, like, Jesus was definitely principled, yeah? And he definitely showed love at sometimes. Like, we could say, oh, this is him being so compassionate. This is him being so, like, wow. But at the same time, there were times, like, when he went to the temple and flogged them. See, you cannot be sending to my father's house. That's that. I'm not going to be explaining to you why. That kind of a thing.
Man, that fair one.
You must know how to like strike that balance, like Shion said, between like being showing like kindness and then showing like being absolutely tough. All right. So to the semi part B of this question, they said, how do you stand your ground in such a situation? Once to me, Sha, once is the principle that you're sticking by and you have good reasons for sticking by it.
Absolutely.
Stick by it. No matter what happens, like just stay by it. Like, bro, all right. So I think with that, we're done with this particular question. And once again, I'm here with
Hefzibar and Shion.
all right, guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. And don't forget to
Like, share,
and subscribe. Bye, guys.
peace.